Hello everyone. I'm Yağız Hikmet Karakuş. I'm a cloud engineer at Huawei Turkey R&D Center, MSDC department. So today I will going to uh, talk about Huawei Cloud Data Services and Big Data Analytics tools. I will explain you to what is Big Data and what Huawei Cloud offers for the Big Data Analytics. So before we start, actually, we will you need to actually, it would be great if you register the event from the Huawei Cloud developer events page. So actually the link will be shared from chat. So it would be great if you just click register before we start. I would glad that. So if everything's okay, we can start the presentation. So again, I will talk about Huawei Cloud Data Services and Big Data Analytics. So, uh, so today's event will going to be include these contents and topics. So, what is Big Data? What is Big Data Analytics? I'll show you a basic Big Data Analytics pipeline, and I'll show you what Huawei Clouds offer you for sake of Big Data Analytics. So first, I want to talk about what is Big Data. So Big Data actually uh, first first refers in term Big Data was first used to refer to increasing the data volume in the mid-90s. So in 2001, Doug Laney actually described the Big Data with three factors. Those are become the three V's of Big Data. Those three V's actually volume of the data being stored. So a volume of the data actually help us to decide if this data is big data or not. Also, variety of the data help us to describe big big data. Variety of the data being generated by organizations help us to actually describe big data. Also, the velocity. Those three V's actually increase by time, and they need more sophisticated solutions for the actually store, uh, analyze and actually uh, uh, process those data. So, and I want to talk about what is big data analytics. Big data analytics is often complex process of examining big data to uncover information, so such as hidden partners, correlations, and market trends and customer preferences. It can help organization make informed business decisions, and every application actually generates data, but what to do those data means, this is actually question to all data scientists should answer. There is no doubt that information is the most precious commodity today's world, and making business decisions and actually turn those mass amount of data to money, actually it's a big concern for the companies, and it helps faster and better decision making. It also reduce costs, and new products are it offers new products and services. So of course, first of all, big data solutions are not cheap. And for cost reduction, actually, you need to use a scalable big data solutions. And actually, cloud is really important for that scalability. So in this slide, you can also see a basic big data analytics pipeline. So first of all, before we need to actually capture the data with the data ingestion tools and services. Then we need to actually process those mass amounts of data. It can be real-time data or batch data. After that, we need to store those data, and lastly, we need to analyze it and offer to the data analysts. So this is actually basic pipeline. So Huawei Cloud offers individual data analytics solutions and also collaborative development solutions. So you can actually using with Huawei Cloud's services, you can create pipelines with some services. Also, you can actually individually, manually use them and create your own pipeline. So actually, that's it for the data pipeline. So first Huawei Cloud service is I'm going to explain to you is Huawei Cloud Data Lake Factory. So Data Lake Factory is a big data platform actually designed specific for Huawei Cloud. It manages diverse big data services and provides one-stop big data development environment. And it's fully managed big data scheduling and capabilities. As you can see from the infographic, you can do data ingestion, data storage, analysis, and computing, and with those analytics, you can use them on service applications. So also data management, data integration, script development, job scheduling, and monitoring can be done by Data Lake Factory. Data Lake Factory supports building cloud data warehouses where you can complete the data ingestion, script development, job development, and job monitoring. Also, Data Lake Factory manages a variety of big data services like, as I mentioned, DVS, data warehouse services, and data lake ingestion service. So I will actually explain one by one DWS and DLI on the later. So also, it's helpful tool for actually orchestrate different type of services. So, and the actually second service I'm going to explain is Huawei Cloud Data Art Studio. Data Art Studio also one-stop operation platform for data. It offers actually enterprises to digital transformation. It allows you to perform many operations like data ingestion, developing data, and designing data. So data architecture, data art factory, data arts quality, data arts catalog, and data arts security, data arts data services. Actually, the microservices of Data Art Studio. So I will explain them one by one. Sorry. So Huawei Cloud Data Art Studio's functions are, as I mentioned earlier, management center, data arts migration, data arts architecture, data arts factory, quality, catalog, data service, and security. Data management center actually supports data connections, management, and data lake foundations for activities like development and data governance. Data migration tool, as you can understand from its name, supports data migrations more than 20 data sources, and it helps you to integrate data sources. Also, it provides a wizard-based configuration, and it can be helpful uh, to use its wizards. Data arts architecture helps you to plan data architecture, customize models, and unify data standards. So you can actually structurize your data with it, and also Data Arts Factory helps you to build big data processing centers and develop scripts and orchestrate workflows. Data Arts Quality monitors the data quality. So you can real-time monitor your data with Data Arts Quality. And Data Arts Catalog provides enterprise level metadata management. Also, Data Arts Service ensure your agile response to data service needs easier to better experience for data consumers, higher efficiency, and better monetization of assets. And data arts security helps you to protect your data. Now, I want to actually explain Huawei Cloud Data Ingestion Service. Data Ingestion Service, actually, you can understand from its name, helps you to capture data. You can actually ingest data from data sources, on-premise data sources. Data ingestion service address the transmitting data from outside the cloud, inside of the cloud, with capturing tools. Actually, it's suitable for real-time data. So you can monitor real-time data and make log analysis. Also, you can make it's helpful for make real-time recommendation. You can process real-time data with data ingestion service, and also transfer files to services like MapReducer service or data lake ingest or data warehouse service or OBS. Those are actually storage services or analytics services or processing services. So you can actually use data ingestion service for capture data from outsourced sources. Huawei Cloud data ingestion service have also several functions. So first of them is service control. It's helped you to create, delete, and configure data ingestion service streams. So also synchronize user information to a data plane. It also helps you to allocate resource and automatically deploy data ingestion service on the data plane. So it's helpful for, as I mentioned earlier, scalability. Also, it helps you to data processing. It can store user data on OBS, MRS, data warehouse service, or data lake ingest services. It's sorry. Services. So You can also remove old data or read requests and return requests to authorized users with the data ingestion service. Also, it helps you to maintain services. So you can easily install and upgrade data ingestion service without actually broke out your other systems and your workflow pipeline. So it's actually very helpful for data capturing processes. The second data capturing service from Huawei Cloud, I will explain data migration service. Data migration service actually helpful for batch data migrations, and it can actually migrate data among homogeneous and heterogeneous data sources. So you can actually migrate data from on-premise services like uh, uh, your on-premise server or database, or you can migrate data between the services in Huawei Cloud. So it supports, as I mentioned, on-premise data ingestion, data capturing, and you can transmit your files to cloud and or relational databases, data warehouses, or NoSQL databases or object storages. Actually, data migration service provides easy to use migration capabilities. And it's help you to integrate multiple data sources to your data lake, or it helps you to reducing the complexity of data sources. So it's also helpful for capturing data, as I mentioned earlier. So it helps you to actually simplify the complex processes of capturing data, and also it has some advantageous parts like ease of use. It's very easy to use. You can monitor real time. It's O&M free, so you can manage it freely. So also it has high efficiency, and you can, as I mentioned earlier, get various data sources. So you can migrate data from various data sources, and you can use different network environments. So you can see from here HTTPS or VPN. So you can use different network environments for migrating data. Now, for actually processing and storages, I briefly explain you Huawei Cloud MRS, MapReducer service. MapReducer service actually provides Hadoop-based high-performance big data components like Hoodie, ClickHouse, Spark, Flink, Kafka, HBase for data lake, data warehouses, or business intelligence, AI, and more domains, more services. So you can see from the architecture, MapReducer actually help you to process parallel data and or generating large data sets in a distributed computing environment. It's enable parallel data processing across large number of nodes in a cluster. So improving efficiency and scalability. So it's also helpful for scalability, and it's you can manage Hadoop systems with Huawei Cloud MapReducer service, and you can create enterprise class Hadoop clusters with just a few clicks of your mouse. So tenants have total control of their Hadoop clusters and can effortlessly run big data components. And so the basic actually workflow of MapReduce service is first input splitting. So first you need to MapReducer service divide data into smaller chunks. Then it maps each chunk in is processed to generate intermediate key value pairs. Then it's shuffle those and it's sort them after shuffling. So it's actually after you create intermediate data organized by key, it's shuffle and sort them, and it's aggregates. So results are produced based on the sorted keys, and it's actually help you to process and store your big data on Hadoop distributed file system or object storage service of Huawei Cloud. So you can collect data from Kafka, MQ, message queuing protocols, or cloud data migration tools, or other open source. The actually light blue ones, Huawei Cloud services, and the dark blue ones are the open source services which MapReducer use. So you can also, after store your data, visualize with Data Arts Studio or data, DLV or BI tools of Huawei Cloud. So it's also a helpful tool for big data analytics. Now I want to actually show you some use cases of Huawei Cloud MRS service. So you can make a large-scale data analysis. You can has multiple data sources. You can have multiple data sources, and you can actually connect data. You can extract transforms and load to generate modelized data for each service model to analyze and arrange this data. So it's actually helpful for large scale data analysis. You can store in OBS or periodically dump to Hadoop distributed file system for batch analysis. So also it's MapReducer service can analyze up to 10 terabytes of data within 1 hour. So as I mentioned earlier, it's very fast. For large-scale data storage, you can also use MRS service. So, uh, so in this use case, actually, so let's say you have an Internet of Vehicles scenario. Users need to query vehicle maintenance information based on their IDs. However, such data may have been stored for 1 to 3 years, and the data volume is large. MRS also supports age-based and vehicle information indexed based on vehicle IDs, achieving second level of querying response. So as you can see, it's do a really complex and large scale of data processing in seconds. Also, it helps you to process real-time data. So real-time data ingestion of massive amounts of data in the Internet of Elevators market. Data of tens of thousands of smart elevators, escalators imported to MRS stream clusters in real time, facilitating real-time alarm reporting. So it also helps to compute large amount of data and process it. So it's really helpful product service for you to analyze big data. Also, another storage service, Huawei Cloud, is Huawei Cloud Data Warehouse Service. So this is actually a basic architecture. You can also find DWS as GaussDB. It's an online analytical processing database that's run on Huawei Clouds infrastructures. So it's fully managed and also GaussDB is fully compatible with like standard SQL and PostgreSQL and Oracle ecosystems. GaussDB provides competitive solutions for large scale of big data analysis and various industries. So there are some type of data warehouse types in DWS. Standard data warehouse DWS 2.0 oriented to data analysis scenario. It provides enterprise level data warehouse service with high performance, high scalability, high reliability, high security, and ease O&M. It's capable of data analysis at scale of 2048 nodes and 20 petabytes of data. So it's really helpful for store large amounts of data and analyze it. Also, standard data warehouse 3.0 is one of the DVS type. So it's designed with a cloud-native architecture that separates storage and compute. Also features hierarchical auto-scaling for computing and storage as multi-logical clusters, shared storage technology. These capabilities allow for computing isolation and concurrent expansion, handle varying loads, and there is a hybrid data warehouse type. So it's more cost-effective solution and for large-scale data query and analysis. And it's also offer high concurrency, high performance, and low latency. So it's also can be, as you can see, DVS can be also scalable, and you can use for your needs among different types. And this is an DWS big data analysis scenario. So you get unstructured, semi-structured, structured or streaming data and migrate it with CDM to actually DWS. You store in the DWS and you can actually make offline processing with MapReducer service or data lake insights. Also, you can make real-time processing. And you can actually easily use those analytics and make analysis of those analytics and provide them to data analytics. Also, I want to explain Huawei Cloud Data Lake Insight service. So Data Lake Insight, also short for DLI, is a serverless big data compute and analysis big data compute and analysis service that is fully compatible with Apache Spark and Flink ecosystems and supports batch streaming. DLI supports SQL statements and Spark applications for heterogeneous data sources, including relational databases, DWS, OBS, or other data sources in cloud. Also, it's custom. Also, it's can be used for custom databases on ECS and offline databases. So Spark, actually for offline analysis, Spark is an unified analysis engine. It focuses on query and query compute and analysis. So it's analysis. Flink is also another engine. It's a distributed compute engine. So that's also ideal for real-time data analysis. Also processing the static data sets and historical data sets. You can use Flink. So also you can see from here a use case of data lake insights. So like the pipeline in the beginning slides. So you can actually capture data from outsources and store them in RDS. So with the help of the Cloud Data Migration Service tool, you can actually analyze your data with the Spark engine in DLI and offer them to data analysts. You can run SQL queries in the data lake insights, and it's very helpful. Again, DLI can get cross sources, get data from cross sources, and have to analyze those data. So it's really helpful for big data analysis. You can easily get data from cross sources and unify them and make analytics. So again, this is an Huawei Cloud DLI data analytics scenario. So you can first capture data from web or some software development kits, and you can store them. After that, with the data ingestion, cloud data migration tool, you can analyze it. So DLI also have some advantages. As I mentioned, it's fully SQL compatible. You don't need a background in big data to use DLI for data analysis. You only need know SQL, and you are good to go with full of basic as SQL stacks. Also, it's decouples storage and compute. DLI can compute and store storage loads are decoupled. This architecture allows you to flexibility. So configure storage and compute resources on demand. Also have for scalability. And it helps to enterprise multi-tenancy. You can message compute or resource related permissions by project to user, and you can. It's also have for permissions and etc. So also it's serverless, so you don't have any server to actually analyze it. You can use Apache Spark and Apache Flink ecosystem APIs, and you can make big data computing and analysis services with that. With that, you can also integrate a real time data, offline data, interactive analysis. We solved it on the first slide, actually. And DLI provides a high scalable framework and processing. It's low cost, high performance, and easy to use this system. It's also ORNA free. So I actually presentation stops here. Now we will continue with some hands-on. So before we start hands-on, you can actually scan the QR code and share your feedback with me. It would be great. So if you have also questions, I can answer it. You can write it from chat. So in hands-on, we are actually going to make a data analysis using SQL on Data Lake Insights service. Thank you for your kind messages, Rahim. We are going to analyze data with DLI service in the hands-on part. So if you have any questions about the services or big data related questions, I can answer them. If you don't, I will continue with hands-on. So maybe I can wait for questions. Okay, okay. Also, your feedback is can be very helpful uh, for me. Uh, I would be glad if you scan and share your any feedback and rate me. It would be very helpful. Also, as I mentioned in the beginning of the tech stream, you can. I would be glad if you register the event. So the event link in the chat. So are there any questions? Okay. So thank you. So we can actually give uh, maybe 5 minute breaks and continue with hands-on. So if it's okay for you. So meanwhile, I can also set up my uh, demonstration data lake insights. So I will show you data lake insights and uh, how can we analyze data with basic SQL. So first of all, actually, we need to ingest data to DLI service. Uh, so first, I need to create an OBS bucket. So I will create an OBS bucket just simply clicking create bucket on the right hand side of the OBS page. So Indula, I didn't prepare actually any hands-on demo for data art, but uh, and now just I create a bucket. I call my bucket DLI demo. So it's already used, or DLI demo, let's call DTT. So as data redundancy policy, I use multi-AZ storage. Also, I use storage class as a standard, and bucket policy. I will use public for this demonstration, and I'll choose my enterprise. You don't have to choose your enterprise if you use personal account. If you use enterprise account, you can also choose it. And let's create our bucket. As you can see, uh, we create successfully our bucket. So if you actually didn't upload any data with OBS browser, you can simply download it and install it to your personal computer. You can click OBS browser plus link in here, and in the opening page, you can install, you can download the supported version of your system, and you can install it. So I already installed my OBS Browser Plus. So I simply open it. After opening the OBS browser, you can log in with your Huawei Cloud account, and you can see your buckets in it. So it's simply login with account login. You can see your buckets in here. So it's helpful for if you make upload more than actually 100 files. So let's check. More than 100 files and 5 gigabytes of data. So today we are not going to actually upload that much data, but if we will do, we should have used OBS browser plus application. So I forcefully delete it. Also, I download our CSV data from best practices. So I will upload by just simply drag and drop our data folders. As you can see, it's 100 megabytes, and we can upload it. We can also see the progress in the task center, progress of tasks. So we can see progress of data. As you can see, some of the data is already uploaded. Let's wait. Others. So we successfully upload our data to our OBS bucket. So now let's continue with the DLI, Data Lake Insights. We can open Data Lake Insight from the services and Data Lake Insight. I just simply clicking it, we open it in the tab. And first, I will actually create a database. I just simply click database at tables, and I will give my name, database a name. I'll call it DTT demo. Also, I will choose my enterprise, and I simply create a database. So it can take a little while, take a little time uh, while we wait for it. Uh, so while we wait for the creating a database, I'll also again show you the QR code for your feedbacks. So if you didn't scan or share your feedback while we wait, you can do it. Or if you have any questions, you can share it from chat. So it says operation failed. I actually already created one database called demo. So before we can continue with it. So we should open SQL editor. So so I will first of all actually, as you can see, we can see our databases in the left panel. We use our demo database. So we just simply selecting it. You can see also we can select our database from the top drop down menu. Uh, so let's continue our uh, demo. So first, actually, we want to import our data from our OBS bucket. So let's write our create table query. So we create query for detailed records, and those are actually our values. So headers, and we are import uh, those data from our OBS buckets, and we simply think using CSV options, and we will write our OBS buckets path here. So As you can see, under the best practice, we can see our data folder and detailed records. After opening it, we can copy the path and just paste it here. So it is going to be path space and it's going to be a string. So let's select this and execute this. As you can see, we submit our query and we execute it. We can see our results here. So it's executed successfully. If we refresh, we can see our table on the menu. Now we are going to actually create another table called event records with the actually same field. So again, we create a table called event records. It also has driver ID, card number, latitude, longitude, speed, and leakage information and other information. We also run, so it's also run successfully. If we refresh it, you can see manage event records table is here. Now we are actually write an SQL to our we need to actually clear our detailed records. So we write an SQL query for querying data larger than 0 and clear our detailed records data. And so is one of them, one of the field is bigger than 0 from detailed records. We want to insert into event records. So let's again execute it. So as you can see, it's our insert query is also running. And it's finished. So now actually we want to select our total data and we want to query and want to analyze it. So for this, we are going to write another query. As you can see, we select those fields and from event records. and we query with timestamp between those times and group by their driver ID and car number, and we also order by these fields. So let's select it. Descending order. So each one of the fields ordered by descending order. So let's execute it. As you can see, it's a running process. So as you can see, now we can see the table, but we don't want to see in this format. So we want to visualize our analytics. We write our query and we want to see it in visualized format, graphical format. So by simply clicking in graphical results, we can actually choose the graph type. So I want bar type. So for x-axis, I am actually going to choose driver ID. For x-axis, I want to see the driver ID. For y-axis, I want to see rapidly speed up times. And as you can see, it visualizes very successfully. So this data set for demonstrations reasons actually not very big, but you can also easily analyze your big data with just simple SQL queries and see the results and share those results with uh, data analysts, or analyze those data within yourself. You can also export your results in JSON or CSV format, and you can export it to your OBS. So let's do it if you want. So I want to use JSON format in default queue, and my OBS bucket. So I want to share it save it to, let's create a folder called out. And I want to save it to out folder. So it's new OBS directory. If it's existing OBS directory, we can also overwrite it. So number of results, 1, and we want table headers, yes. Also encoding standard UTF-8. I called, and it's also job also started. So this gives fail. Let's check it. It's complete. Okay, it's failed. So you can also download it by simply clicking download button and show the results in CSV format. So it's serverless. It uses actually Spark engine. Also use different queues and uh, run your SQL queries for analyzing it. So if you have, so actually it's not sufficient efficient for the small number of data, Rahim. Yes, for 7 MB data, it's taking a lot of time, but in actually bigger data formats, it's can be very helpful. So yes, it's more efficient for the large number of data. So for only this is for only demonstration. So we upload our data from ODS and yes. So if you have any other questions, I can also answer them, or if it's okay, we can end it here. Again, while we wait, uh, if you survey, you can anytime scan the QR code and share your kind feedbacks with me. Or if you have any questions, I can answer it. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, sir. So today, actually, I emphasize on MRS services, data lake insight service, or cloud data migration service, CDM, and other services. And you can actually use them and create them your own pipeline for your big data analytics and analyze your data very easily. So thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, please share your feedbacks with me. So see you.